Good morning, friends. So today we are going to discuss Semester 2 Examination Computer Science Paper 1 Theory, and that too Section A, which was of 7 marks only. We'll discuss all the questions in detail. Then we'll take Section B. Then after Section B, we'll take Section C. So let's take the first question. First question was, the concept in Java to perform method overloading and method overriding is called inheritance, polymorphism, data abstractions, or encapsulation. The correct answer was, of course, the polymorphism. But let's go through other terms, which are other options which are given in the question, that is inheritance. So you can define inheritance this way: the capability of a class to derive properties and characteristics from another class is called inheritance. Like we inherit some properties, some qualities from our ancestors, father, then his father. So inheritance is one of the most important feature of object-oriented programming. It may be C++ or Java or any other damn language. Similarly, let's go for other term, that was data abstraction. This is the process of hiding certain details and showing only the important or essential information to the user. And this can be achieved in Java with the help of abstract classes or interfaces. Interfaces is the right term. Then there was a word, D option was encapsulation. And of course, encapsulation is a mechanism of wrapping the data bole to variables, and the code which we normally write in the form of methods together in a single unit. That is how you can describe the term encapsulation. These are the feature of object-oriented programming languages: inheritance, polymorphism, data abstractions, and encapsulation. So let's go to second question. That was, the interface in Java is a mechanism to achieve. The four options were encapsulation, overriding, polymorphism, abstraction. Some of the term we already discussed in the first. The right answer was abstraction. And the extra term, that was overriding. Overriding is the situation when a method in a subclass has the same name, same parameter or signature, and of course the same return type as a method in its superclass. Right? If you are creating a subclass and you are creating a method with the same specification, same name, you have already a method in the superclass, that means you are demonstrating function overriding. Then the third question was, a statement was given system.out.println and string computer science, and one function of the string class is used, last index of character capital E, where you need to predict the output of the given statement. Before predicting the output, let me tell you a brief detail of last index of function. This method returns the position of the last occurrence of specified character or characters in a string. Means the parameter you're passing, to the last index of, in this case it is single letter, that is capital E, but this can be a group of letters also. This function will return the position of the last occurrence of the specified characters. So this is how this is defined in the library class. This will give you an idea that this function can take two parameters. One is the string and second is the index value from where you want to start your search. And what it returns always an integer value which represents the index of the first occurrence of the character in the string. Sorry, the last occurrence. That's a typo error. I'm so sorry for that. If the character does not exist in the given string, it will return -1, and you can see computer science there is no capital E. So definitely this statement will return -1. Let's go to next question. That was, write a statement in Java to extract the last four characters from the word simplicity. I'm sorry. So for this you can use the function substring. Substring function can be used where you can provide two parameters. Second is optional, that's why the second parameter is written in square bracket in the syntax. Substring can be used to extract a part of the string. right? The first parameter tells us from where you want to begin the extraction, and second parameter, which is optional, tells till which position you want to extract the substring. If you don't pass the value for the second parameter, it will extract the string from the first parameter to the last, right? So look at this. Simplicity, this is the string. Dot substring starts extracting the characters from sixth position and extract till the last character. This can also be done using length function. From using the length function in the string class, you can find out the length, and from length you can subtract 4 characters. That will give you the address of the fourth last character of the string. But in the question it is mentioned you need to write a single statement. The single statement can be written this way. So this is the right way to write a Java statement to fetch the last 4 characters of given string. Then there was a question: name the data structure that follows LIFO principle and one that follows FIFO principle. LIFO stands for last in first out, whereas FIFO stands for first in first out. The best example of LIFO in the data structure is stack. Stack demonstrates this principle, where an element which is inserted recently or in the last can be popped out or can be taken out on the first priority. Similarly, if you look at the queue data structure, the element which is inserted first will be taken out first. So then we have a question where a piece of Java code is given and we need to predict the output of the code. So you can see that there is a variable x with value 294, and then there is a function simple which will take one integer parameter and return integer value. If you look at the statement given where the ternary operator has been used, this will return a single value. Of course, x is less than equal to 0. If this condition evaluates to true, it will return 0. If this condition does not evaluate to 0, to true, then it will return the second part. And the first initial value of x is 294, so definitely is going to return the second part. And second way we can say that recursion is happening. The statement is calling itself again. That is what recursion is all about. The first time when recursion will happen, the value 294 will be divided by 10 and it will return 29. The next time 2 and the next time 0. Now 0 is acting as a base case here. If the value of x is equal to 0, it will return 0, where no recursion is happening, the first part. So look at the statement. This is how it will work. First time it will return 29, then it will return 2. So the addition or the sum of these 4 numbers is 323. No, it should be 325. I think 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 325. The answer should be 325. Again, one more typo error. The answer should be 325. Then section A, last question was you need to state one drawback of using recursive technique in Java program. So these are some of the disadvantages. These are some of the drawbacks you can mention in such scenario. There are too many advantages of recursion, but there are few drawbacks also. So you can mention any one or two as per the marks of the question. Recursive functions are generally slower as compared to non-recursive function. They need a lot of memory space to hold the intermediate result on the system. You know the concept of stack. The recursion needs some memory to store the numbers or the results of the statement in between the process. And of course, it is very hard to analyze and understand the code. I've seen student that they're finding very difficult to figure out the answer if a code is given using the recursive technique. Even we just 6 question, if you've seen 6 question where there was an example of recursion and it was very difficult to predict the answer if you don't know how it exactly happening. So these are some of the drawbacks. You can choose any one of them as per the requirement of the question. So that was the last question of section A. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll bring section B and C in next videos. Thank you so much.